Hey guys, it's Julian here with another anime theory video. So, coming off that hot trail of that anime review on Star Blazers 2199 and 2202, like I said, I would be talking about Star Blazers 2205. So, what is my anime theory? Well, my anime theory is this. We don't know the plot details of Star Blazers 2205 right now, so I'm going to go into detail as to what I think those plot details are going to be and what I want from this new series. So my number one thing for this series is I would love to see Kodai fully assume the captain of Yamato. I know in 2202 we got to see him be the acting captain, but in 2205 I want to see him fully assume being the captain of the ship. Alright, another big point for 2205 is I would love to see Kodai and Yuki get married. Now in 2202 they were engaged, and I know only 1.5 years will pass between the events of 2202 and 2205, as we did go a bit into the future in 2202. So I'm hoping to see Yuki and Kodai get finally married and their relationship continue to progress. Now, I know they're on a space adventure, so like I said in the review, who knows what will happen, but I do want to see them nonetheless get closer as a couple. Leading me into another point is I would love to finally see and understand what is Yuki's past. Prior to the events of 2199, she has amnesia. She does not remember. And I mean, then again, she also forgot the last 4 years of 2199 as well. So, I mean, she constantly gets her memory wiped. I would love to see her, not die again potentially in the next series, or get hurt or get put into this way, because like I said, we were already up to like 5-6 attempts at this point. Like, come on, let's give her a break. Let's finally get to understand who she is as a person. Alright, now shifting more to the other cast and crew of the Yamato, I would like to see Nimi's return. In 2199, she played a huge role in the uprising against the ship's current regime, but she did have a change of heart, and finding out her backstory being closely related to Kodai was a little of a nice touch. Now, Nimi, sadly in 2202, was really thrown into a backwater role. She was practically not even there. So I'd like to see in 2205 her to kind of come back to that status and be, again, fully integrated into the cast and crew of the Yamato. Now, talking about cast and crew, I'd also like to see Melda and Eurisha make their return. Now, again, in 2199, they both played significant roles, but in 2202, they were nowhere to be found. I was really surprised that Melda didn't even really make an appearance. They had maybe about a 2-second at the end of 2202 quick glimpse into Gamalas's fate, but that was it. So I'd really like to see them return and actually join the crew of the Yamato. The Yamato is quite lacking in its cast and crew right now, as a lot have perished. Man, like, I'm really hoping in 2205 we don't see that many cast and crew members die off anymore. Like, we're losing all of our good cast. Like, come on, there's no one else they can get rid of. Please, for the love of God. Now they're moving more towards what their journey might actually be. I mean, in the first 2 series, we got to see huge, gigantic wars. The wars between Gamalas and Galantis. Now, going into the 3rd series, I'm sure there will probably still be another war with another alien race. Well, that's what I'm kind of inferring here. Now, if this actually is truly following the reboot, and actually of the original classic series, the next logical point would be the Black Nebula Empire, which means that there will be more conflict and strife, which means Iskandar may be under attack. So we may actually get to see, like I said, those crewmates return from the first initial series, but at the same time, because it is a reboot, I don't know how much it wants to deviate or maybe tell a different story entirely. As of right now, we honestly don't have any plot points or details around this, so it's kind of up in the air. But like I said, if they do want to stick to the classic, that probably is their next logical arc. Alright, now coming up to format. Now, the first 2 series did actually get theatrical releases before their TV counterparts did actually air, and then those TV counterparts did make their way over to North America, which is how I got to see it. So my inkling is that this new series will still follow that same similar format, that the first couple of parts will be theatrical releases, and then the TV series shortly coming after, which means that it's going to be a much longer wait for us to get it over here in North America. So even though right now it is slated for winter 2021, I'm probably not going to be able to see it till maybe 2022 or 2023. Yes, I feel that's very unfortunate for me. I've got to play the waiting game, just like with so many series that I'm currently waiting on, such as the Evangelion Rebuild series, Araka 7 High Evolution, and I know this just came out, but Heaven's Feel Route number 3 just came out in Japan, and I'm currently waiting for its debut over here in North America. But nonetheless, I think it will be worth the wait. But with that also being said, I do believe there should be a couple of other sequel series. Like I said, if it does stay true to the classic, there are 2 more arcs that will potentially follow. So after 2205, there may be 2208 and 2211. Am I hopeful for those? Of course I am, and of course if those do get announced, of course I'll be doing anime theories on those as well. But as of this filming right now, no other series have been announced, but we do know that the direct cast and crew from the previous 2 films I think are returning for 2205. Now with the release date being so close, you would think they would have dropped more information, but due to quote-unquote what's going on right now in the world, coronavirus, there sadly hasn't been much information on this series, and I'm hoping that it doesn't get delayed any further, because if it gets delayed further, then obviously the North American release will be delayed. Now, as I spoke about earlier, a lot of cast and crew of the Yamato have fallen, and in 2202 they did have a nice tribute to the first captain, and at the end of the series they actually then on his grave kind of increased that memorial to being more of the cast and crew that have fallen throughout the series. So in 2205, I would like to see a much larger tribute now to all the cast and crew of the Yamato, as well as them bringing on a whole bunch of new cast and crew members. Yes, we didn't get to see a lot of the ones that were initially there in 2199 and 2202 because half of them got left behind. Okay, maybe not half, but 5 of them kind of got left behind. So I'm going to be happy to see them come back and join the crew, and I'm hoping they come back in a lot larger role, as well as we're going to need a whole bunch of new cast and crew joining, so to kind of make up for those gaps in the crew there. Now, with that also being said, there is one crew member I think that needs to be properly addressed, and that is Yamamoto. Like I said earlier in my review, she has not had a proper romance at all. First she fell in love with Kodai, and I'm pretty sure she still has some romantic feelings for Kodai, but we know Kodai is taken. And then she did fall in love with Klaus, but you know, Klaus apparently had a death leg, which even I wasn't quite aware of and wasn't really expecting. And now that I think about it, really didn't need to die. His role didn't really help in saving the world too much, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm hoping in this 3rd series, maybe that she will get more explored in that area and we'll properly find a love interest that will join the crew. Or maybe we've already found it and they just still haven't quite explored that avenue yet. Whatever it is, like I said, they need to do right by that character and properly fix that for me. Now, like I said, I'm really excited for this series, and I don't know what else to expect. I mean, I'm hoping that they'll do some more with Iskandar, because I felt like in the 2nd series they kind of threw them off to the side. Yes, they talked about the moral dilemma of using the wave motion gun, but I am also curious to now see that since they've locked away the time vault, they still have that huge armada, so are they going to get rid of it? I don't know, but they did make, I think, the right choice in getting rid of the time vault to bring back Kodai and Yuki. That doesn't quite right all the wrongs that they did in 2202, so I'm hoping in 2205 they're probably going to make amends for that and properly put to good use wave motion energy and the reverse core. I hope they bring that back, and I can't wait to see what new technology lies ahead for us using wave motion technology. I am super excited that this project got announced, and I can't wait for this 3rd season of Battleship Yamamoto Star Blazers 2205. Now, like I said, we have no plot details, so all I could do was theorize in this video, but be sure when it comes out, there will be an anime review, so come back to the channel to check that out when it drops. And like I said, if the other series do come out, there'll be anime theories just waiting for you for those as well. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next anime theory.